To the Dave Knows Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, David Lee, and let's see how this is going on the show today. Uh, Hey, what is up, Andrew? Thank you for the thumbs up right off the bat. Okay, so it seems that I am not having the best connection right now, so hopefully that stops. Okay, it seems to be stabilizing. What is up from England? What is up, the Remus? Like your cameo. Thank you, thank you. Yep, so that's the big news. Been keeping that, sitting on my hat for that for a little bit. For those of you who don't know, I was on Wrestling with Regret. Big cameo for me. Things have been doing real good. Hey, Jenna, nice to talk to you again. Glad to see you here. All right, so everything seems to be working out a lot better now. Good, good, good. Okay. All right, so a lot of big news happened over this past week, and I'm not just talking about Wrestling with Regret. Hey, what is up? You and Brian Zane must be busting my chops. That Wrestling with Regret. You like that, Arthur? You like that? Okay, Warhog Rambo, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Raw Critic, what is up? All right, welcome back, Raw Critic. Okay, congrats on the cameo. Thank you. Believe me, I could not be more happy. And thank you to Brian Zane. Thank you for having me on Wrestling Regret. It was an amazing experience. I was so happy to be a part of it. It's like I'm in the big leagues now. You know, the big guys are paying attention to me now. So it was great to be, on a show. Congrats on it. It seemed like Brian. Oh no, Brian's great. Oh man, the connection again. Okay, so yeah, this connection is kind of rough, so I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I'll try to, if it keeps up, I'll try to figure something else out. Good work with Wrestling Regrets. Thank you. Yeah, it was so much fun being on that show. It was so much fun. Brian, great guy, great guy. Ice cream trucks dislike me too. Well, me and you got that in common. Cool Kane ECW. Did someone else leave? Someone else leave? What do you mean? Oh, and thank you. Oh, well, I just caught this. Thank you for those. Yeah, I'm just walking around right now. Hey, technical difficulties. Yeah, of course. Now that I finally had a big cameo on something, now we're having technical difficulties. Ain't that about right? All right. Seems like internet's a little bit better here. I thought I would have to click on the retry button, but it looks like I don't. It just will do it anyway. So forgive me for a moment while I try to catch back up over here. You fixed it. I don't know if I fixed it so much as I just moved around and changed locations. Too sweet. Okay, all right. Don't worry, I'm getting there. I'm just gonna have to do this this room, this very funny, awkward angle. Great. Connection looks great. Connection looks gone? Okay. Like I said, yeah, just bear with me a moment. Probably should have thought this through. Okay, so nose. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Okay. All right. Should be much better now. Okay. Actually. Okay, cool. Alright, weird thing to say. How's that? Hopefully that's a little bit better. Alright, we're going to just try it like this for a little bit, and we'll hopefully make this better. Thank you for bearing with me on all this, because I know this can't be a lot of fun to look at. Alright, connection going. Okay, things are better now. Hopefully I didn't lose all of you. Thank you guys for sticking this out. Okay, next you got to do a hard, painful to watch pay-per-view review like Legends of Wrestling together. Not a bad thought process. I like it. I thought this would be a live wrestling stream, not a found footage movie. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so so here we are. All right, so yeah, Wrestling Regret was great. Hi, Dave. Hey, what is up? What is up, Knight? All right, so Here we go. All right, so the Wrestling Regret thing was great, and I liked being a part of it for sure. It was really cool working with Brian, and yeah, so there's that. So I'm glad you guys all liked it. I'm glad you guys all checked it out, and I thought that was a nice surprise. And I also didn't know how to handle the whole, should I tell you guys? Should I not tell you guys? Should it be a nice surprise? I eventually did start plugging it, as you guys know. And if you haven't watched it, by the way, that reminds me, if you haven't already seen it, check out Wrestling with Regret with a W. And I have a special cameo on there. So if you haven't seen it yet, which I can't imagine that anyone hasn't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, definitely go ahead and check that out. Thank you. Has it gotten to the point? So let's start getting into the episode. All right, so a couple of things have happened this week. One that I definitely want to talk about with you guys to see where you guys stand is. Now, we talked about this last week. Adrian Neville walked out and is allegedly, as the story goes, looking for his release from the WWE, and it seems like he's going to get it. It might take a little while, but it seems that he is going to get his release granted to him, which is kind of a shame because I like Adrian Neville, and I keep calling him Adrian Neville. Oh. You get the door if you want to. Just talking to Ryan. Ryan, who has been on the show before, is closing the door.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. That's cool, man. You're always good by me. All right, yeah, that's Ryan. See, things are kind of makeshift around here. So, okay, so a couple of exits. Actually, hold on a second, and I'll see if I can. Can I pause this? Is that an option? No. Okay, doesn't matter. All right. What's your favorite color? My favorite color? Neville. Funny how he's actually allegedly been unhappy since January. Okay. All right. Keep talking amongst yourselves about the whole Neville thing, and give me one quick second. And I actually want to relocate to I want to relocate to my normal room, if that is available. And I think it is. So I'm going to relocate to my regular room. Sorry for the found footage look. I know one of you hates that, but this is how you know I'm live, is the fact that nothing I'm doing is actually very well planned out, and everything is just kind of happening at once. So, all right, back into my normal room. Much better. Okay, now I feel at home. Yeah. All right, cool. And yes, the microphone is just here for decoration. It really serves no actual purpose. Okay, so. Yeah, so this is first live stream. I swear it normally goes better than this. And we were back in my last comment about the last ever loaded. Yeah, no, I didn't see that comment. And yeah, it's kind of, now I figure, now the WCPW changing formats, because I believe they're changing. They're not gone, they're just changing. But either way, it's very interesting time period. Okay, so let's just check this out. All right, sorry about this, guys. Okay, I'm losing people. Okay, all right, I'm back. I swear, everything's back to normal. Everything's fine. The rest of the show's gonna go on the way the show normally goes on. Rick O'Connor. Hey, what is up, Rick O'Connor? Okay, is Nia quitting too? See, that's the thing. So Adrian Neville, some people, yeah, okay, I gotta admit, he's kind of rough on the eyes. Okay, so, all right, what is up, Man Bear Big? Welcome back. All right, fine. Okay, good. We're stabilized. Everything's good. Hey, what is up, Abyss? Cool wrestler, and glad that you're here too. All right, so now the rumor is Nia Jax walked out too. Now, as we're hearing, is rough on the eyes. Okie dokie. So rumor has it that the problem here with Adrian Neville is Vince McMahon is very unhappy that he walked out, and thank you for all the thumbs up. By the way, he was angry at the way he walked out since, CM Punk did it, Austin did it. It's a thing that people are, and allegedly, as some of you guys have pointed out, he was upset since January. And one of the major contentions is similar to why Austin Aries left, actually. Allegedly. Allegedly, the reason is because when wrestlers don't have certain places on the card, their place on the card affects how they get paid. And if they don't have a match on a DVD, let's say, hey, what's up, Andrew? Welcome back. If they don't have a match on DVD, let's say that also affects their pay. So Austin Aries was upset because on the WrestleMania DVD, his cruiserweight match wasn't on the DVD. So he doesn't get paid for it, even though he worked the match. And Neville, on the other hand, was a little bit upset it was placed in the card. And if he's going to be stuck in this cruiserweight role, he's never going to be able to go anywhere else on the card because the cruiserweight always gets treated, pre-show or non-show or, or low on the card. It has limited access. Warhawk Rambo agreed. Okay. All right. So that's a bit problematic. If the shtick, if I was sticking the story portraying Alexa. Okay, so all right, so let's see what's going on here. Okay, chat's going really fast. Okay, if I was sticking the story portraying Alexa Bliss for the title and we can wait. Okay, so you're talking about the Nia Jax. So, okay, so now moving on to the Nia Jax part of the equation. Nia Jax hasn't been on TV for a while, and allegedly she did the same thing too. Now, there have been pictures, supposedly, of Nia Jax being backstage at Raw for the Miz's birthday. Although Raw she just didn't appear on, and that is supposed to be the Raw that she left out of. But the reports aren't super clear, because some people are saying different things. Some people are saying that Nia Jax didn't walk out, she's just not on TV, she requested a leave of absence, which WWE is granting her. Other people say she walked out, and WWE is granting her the leave of absence because she walked out. Now, the question that a lot of people have is, why would Nia Jax get specialized treatment when Neville would just walk out and and they're mad at him? Well, big part of that is the fact that Nia Jax is The Rock's cousin, and they want to keep The Rock happy, so she might be able to get that leeway. So while Adrian Neville, it's pretty sure, it's not 100% confirmed, but it is looking very likely Adrian Neville is done, and we're not going to see him anymore. Nia Jax, on the other hand, may be coming back and may be treated differently. And yes, you're right that one of the problems reportedly is that Nia Jax was upset at how she's been treated with the storyline with Alexa Bliss, where they were friends and then she turned on Alexa Bliss and then they go back and being friends again. And they did very similar things with Dana Brooke and Charlotte, where you've been waiting for this turn between the heel who's been treating someone poorly, and then that person turns on them and goes good, and then they act like it never happened. So it's just something that happens on Raw. The WWE's been doing with the women's division, like, a lot. Bray Wyatt release. Okay, so let me try to catch up on the chat because I'm kind of falling behind here. The Cruiserweight division is taking the role of the Divas division had before, and they fill it up in one-dimensional characters. Yeah, that's very true. I have to hear that, but in some ways the Divas division the women's division is still a lot like the Divas division. While they made a big advancement, they're kind of being slowly pushed back, and it seems disappointing. But hopefully after the tournament that they just had, the Great Mae Young tournament that happened, maybe they can start picking up. Hey, Finn, what is up? Breaking Kurt Angle to return to action and replace Roman Reigns at TLC. Face. What? That just happened because I did not know about that? But thank you for that piece of information. Kevin Owens pulled from Weekend Live events. What is going on here? I mean, seriously, like, what is going on here? I'm dumbfounded at this because, all right, now that is something else I did want to talk about. I didn't put it in the title of the video. I didn't put it in the video because it was a little long, but there might be a real, they got sick. Okay, so yeah, there might be a big, the story is that there's a huge bug, virus going around backstage, and allegedly it's been hitting meningitis, yes, has been hitting everybody from Bo Dallas to Bray Wyatt to JoJo to now maybe Roman Reigns. Kevin Owens is now pulled, even though he's on a different show on SmackDown. But yeah, so it seems like this virus thing might be serious, that everyone's getting sick and they're having to pull talent so people don't get interfered with. It started with Bo. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. You notice me, Yacha? Okay. So that's unfortunate. All right, so wow. He's facing AJ Styles. Okay, so Kurt Angle coming back and AJ Styles is facing Finn. Okay, now AJ Styles facing Finn Balor. All right, that's amazing. Now, I mean, the Bray Wyatt thing, I don't know where they've been going, but one of the things that people have been saying is that the whole Sister Abigail TV screen thing wasn't just because Bray being creepy and Bray, but because Bray was needing to be away because he's sick, because of the thing with Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt, and JoJo. Yeah, they were the first three. Wow, this is like an Outbreak movie. Which, okay, so, I don't know, yeah, so, well, thank you, Alex, thank you very much. Seems that Ambrose will turn on the Shield. Yeah, and that's another thing that we're hearing, is that Ambrose is going to turn on the Shield sometime around the Royal Rumble to set up for, a big WrestleMania match with Seth Rollins, which I'm not really looking forward to. I really hope that's not what they do. Look, I will say, hey, what's up, Raw Reflex? Ebola or Zika. There's something that I think we need to see in wrestling, a virus storyline. I don't know what to do with it, but they should give that a try, You ever see what you think about Bray Wyatt being Sister? Yeah, I'm not interested in Bray Wyatt being Sister Abigail. I really think that's dumb. Like, I really think it's ridiculous. And that promo they had a couple weeks ago was so long and drawn out. It was so terrible. I didn't enjoy it. Why break them up so quick? Here's the thing. I kind of want the Shield reunion to be relatively quick. I don't know if Royal Rumble is too quick, but I do want to see them separate. But having someone turn on them again, that's a little ridiculous. It's too predictable. I want it to be like, the great comparison that they were giving it is that everyone knows that the Shield is kind of like going to be treated like DX, where they're just going to come back together every once in a while, and it's going to be cool. And that's fine, and I got no problem with that. And what they really should do is they should just disband. Like Dean and Roman never had a falling out. They just kind of distanced themselves after a while. And with the brand split, it's really easy. You just move one of them to another show, and then all of a sudden, fine. Then the Shield just kind of disapparates again, and that's just the way it is. You don't have to have somebody turn on them. And I know a lot of people want Dean to turn heel. And I get it. I'm sure it'd be a great heel. And by the way, it wasn't until Monday did I realize how different their promo skills have changed and altered since they've broken up. Because in the beginning, Dean just started cutting a Shield promo, and I was like, whoa, this is Shield Dean. And I didn't realize that Shield Dean was different than a Lunatic Fringe Dean that I'd been getting. So it was kind of cool to go to that. And it's weird to get nostalgic about something that was only just a couple of years ago, but here we are. So I thought it was pretty cool to see Dean going back to being Shield Dean, and Seth Rollins has improved a lot on the mic since his time in the Shield. So he was doing a better job at his stuff. And Roman was getting over. I mean, what is that? Who saw that coming? Okay, so all right. So AJ is replacing Bray Wyatt at the TLC against Finn Balor. That's going to be great. I'm very happy to hear that. I love James Mitchell's return to manage Abyss. All right. Wow. All right. Abyss. Yeah. There were rumors of another draft sometime. Yeah, in the fall. Yeah, there were supposed to be one, right after SummerSlam, and now who knows? I'm shaking things up. But I'm just saying there's a lot easier ways to break them up now, and it should be fine where they just go their separate ways, do their separate things, but just having Dean turn on it. And allegedly, this is long story building from Dean getting frustrated and not trusting Seth, and something's going to happen where Dean's paranoia is going to take over, and that's what's going to cause him to turn on the team. And not for nothing, if someone does turn on the Shield, I kind of want it to be Roman. I know he's finally getting over by being back in the Shield, but I kind of thought that the way to turn him would be to have him go against the Shield. So that's there. What's my favorite color? Why is that a question? Black? Was that? There you go. You happy? Unless you guys are going to be like, oh, black doesn't count as a color. It's a color as far as I'm concerned, okay? And if it's not black, then red. Like Seth and Dean were both on their way, and then either got hurt and put in bad feuds, and Finn Balor got hurt and stuck in a mid-card limbo sense. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I got to catch up on the chat a little bit. It's his son, exactly. Replacing Roman Reigns and kayfabe. Okay, thank you. Roman Reigns turning heel. Haven't you been paying attention? What do you mean? About what? What do you normally order when? Let's see. All right, haven't done this yet, but I think I'm going to. Okay, there you go. WWE instead of focusing on Roman should have put a lot more developing in the Dean. Yeah, but here's the thing. I feel you. Dean versus Seth. I feel we've got it already, and yeah, they should have pushed that as more of a major feud, and I agree. But they just did it. and that's how it goes. They are really replacing Drag Queen with a jeez. Wow. All right. Plus Rosemary. Yeah. Okay. And so plus with Rosemary and that. The other thing I was thinking is the fact that if Bray Wyatt is Sister Abigail, this takes away a great opportunity they have to really put a female wrestler into that role, which would be great because it's something that I think would be very necessary, and or a great opportunity. Like when we look at the Vaudevillains when they were in NXT and they were going against, wow, I cannot believe I'm blanking on this team. The two guys that was with Blake and Murphy, and they were going to get, and they couldn't override the Alexa Bliss factor, and they brought out Blue Pants. It was a great opportunity. Now I know there were some backstage problems with Blue Pants, but nonetheless, it was a great showing for her. And and the Vaudevillains were never as high on the ladder as Bray Wyatt is. So just imagine what an opportunity, and this is on the main roster. So just imagine what an opportunity would be for whoever plays Sister Abigail to join up with Bray Wyatt and carry that kind of opportunity over. And that would be someone where, I mean, I know they're already established in NXT, but there's a list of women that I thought would be great. And Rosemary is definitely a front runner, and with things that are going on with her, that that she could definitely carry the momentum. Dave, I miss you. I've been right here, buddy. Miss you. All right, I've been right here. I didn't go anywhere. Okay. If Dean is too sick to go, what do you do if Kurt is saying, "Oh no, unfair to put Balor in a match"? Yeah. Blue Pants. Okay. Yeah. So this thing is all new to me. This thing's all new to me. This whole AJ replacing Bray Wyatt and Kurt Angle replacing Roman Reigns. I don't collect them, but I get given a bunch of them for some reason. Our Superstar Shake-Up 18 predictions. I say Mrs. SmackDown Live. It's possible. I was really surprised that they moved them to Raw in the first place, especially with Dean seeing the fact that they were already feuding and then their feud just continued and never went away. Now, Bray being Sister Abigail is now probably ruined because she's supposed to be very powerful, but that's a good point. What are you going to do when you're so powerful and you're so powerful and your illness takes it? Have more subs. I'm appreciative to all the subscribers I have. Subscribe that are watching you in collaboration with Brian Zane. Hey, thank you so much for that. And yes, that was great episode, and I was very proud to be a part of Wrestling with Regret, and I'm glad thank you to Brian for letting me be on his show, and I'm glad for everybody who's come over since. Instead of Rosemary, because she's great as a character, she WWE original female talent. Yeah, okay, I can see that. I have more female wrestling characters. Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, Rosemary is good on her own. Maybe she doesn't need it, and that's true. She was just an example, and I know that there are a lot of people saying that she should. And I mean, she's already doing her own thing, but I really like the idea of like Nikki Cross or Ruby Riott being a Wyatt. They're already established enough where I don't think you can do it now. But once upon a time, I would have liked that. Plus, imagine the perspective of Sister Abigail versus Rosemary one day. That's fair. I want AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. Also fair. Congrats on the 6K. Thank you for the 6K. Thank you for being a part of the 6K, by the way. And thank you for all the thumbs up you guys are giving me. That is great. That is great. Coming in, flying in hot. All right. It was a good collab, and why I dropped the sub, and I'm enjoying your content. Well, thank you, Rick O'Connor. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Thank you for the likes too. Guys, you guys are great. I say this every week, and it's always true. You guys are always great because you're on top. Thank you for the thumbs up. You guys are rapid fire, and you guys really are very supportive. All right. Thank you for that thumbs up. They will probably say Kane and Braun hurt Roman. Oh, that might not be bad if they see that. And yeah, whoa, Kane came back. Who saw that coming? Running for political office and said, I still got time to wrestle. And that was and several things. One, I've always wanted, me and someone else who works with me we ask, how do they get the guy under the ring? Like, there's no way that guy is staying there underneath the show for the whole show, waiting till the end of it, and then pops out, right? Kane couldn't be under there since before Raw started. If they do wheel him in, like, when do they wheel him in? When does that happen? Who knows? And while it was cool, I gotta admit, kind of weird that he was wearing a wig. Well, I mean, not that he was wearing a wig because he does that, but the wig looked really bad on Monday. Is it just me who noticed that? It looked extra weird. Okay, well, what do you think about the gender attendance vacuum challenging the champion? We'll get to that. I'll definitely bring that up. Okay, so here's my thing. When it comes to gender attendance value, allegedly ticket sales are actually all right this past Thursday, just from what I was told. But yes, I've gone off on my thoughts on Jinder Mahal's championship run a lot, and so you guys know I'm against it. But this is this is similar to the Shield TLC thing. I think is that now with Roman being out, okay, maybe this changes things a little bit, but. The Kane, Braun had great momentum. Braun should have taken the title off of Brock as far as I'm concerned. Braun is the guy right now on Raw. And now he got beat up by the Shield. I don't like that. But 3-on-1, I'll live with it. But if he's part of a team, now a 5-on-3 team, and the Shield wins, that makes Braun look extra bad, even if Braun doesn't take the pinfall. And it looks bad to me because even if Braun's not involved, Braun was a monster among men. He should be able to destroy people. He should hold his own, and he should not be part of a losing team. And I get it. You have to build the Shield's return. So how do you do this? The Shield came back. You have to build them strong, but Braun also deserves it too. Braun was okay for me if the Shield got to him down the line, but they shouldn't have opened with this game because they also have nowhere to go at this point. And they say there's something. Yeah, that's another good question. If you're under the ring and you have to go to the bathroom, what do you do? Have a bucket? I love Braun's coming in. Hope not. So Enzo will be back and win the title back this Sunday. Okay, yeah, I'm going to get to my pay-per-view predictions eventually, but yeah, there's just so much to talk about. Passaways, have you ever seen? Okay. All right, you're not a Shields fan. Braun supporter, I feel you. Look, the Shield have their purpose, but messing with Braun's momentum, I don't think is the thing to do. Yeah, and it's just one of those things about timing. And you don't put that evil on. Okay, so you better not win the title back. I think he will, though. I think he will. They disguise him in a strange working hand. Yeah, okay, there you go. I could see that too. I mean. Although it's Kane, kind of hard to disguise him as a ring, have him not stand out even as a, wearing a, as a ring hand. But okay, that's pretty cool. I just always wanted to be a live show to see how they do that. But knowing me, I might miss how they do it because they might be distracting me. So with a guy like Kane to blend in, yeah, that's my point too. Like, how does Kane blend in? Roman's own main event angle was added. And here's the thing: we don't even necessarily know if Roman was affected by that virus. This could just be something they're doing right now. And Kurt appearing Sunday. Yeah, that's the other thing. When did Kurt get cleared? How did they magically do that? We got Sin Cara's on SmackDown. Guilty. I forgot that too. They're just wondering, coming to Philly for the Rumble or NXT TakeOver? I'm thinking about it because I was at the Philly Rumble a couple of years ago. The last time they had it there when Roman Reigns was there. And yes, I was one of those guys booing him out of the building. And I remember just going, I remember when it was down to Roman and Rusev. Now, at the time, I wasn't the biggest Rusev fan, so I was like, Rusev, Rusev has grown on me. And so I was in a very weird haze. I was like, it's Rusev or Roman? Oh, man. So I was stuck in a very weird point. And as soon as Daniel Bryan got eliminated, I was mad. Because he's eliminated? That's exactly how it was for me. In your opinion, who would have been chosen instead of Jinder Mahal for WWE champion? Now, the rumor was that Rusev was supposed to get this push, and I'm okay with that. Funny seeing the fact that I am, just was saying that I wasn't the biggest Rusev fan, but I'm okay with that. But for the championship run right now, and see, here's my other thing. You need a more visible champion that people like, because I think with Brock not being around on Raw as much, you need a face. So I think SmackDown was a good time to have a face win the belt. I could say Dolph, because Dolph doesn't get his due. I could say Kevin Owens, if he would turn face. I could say Sami Zayn. Man, that's a good question. But my booking procedure in my head says face because of Brock not being available too much, and he's kind of a heel, but just because he's not around enough, I think the fans need a good face. And Randy Orton winning at Mania, not the guy. Yeah, he's over, but he wasn't the represent face that everyone likes to see. So I'm trying to think who was around that I like. And I don't think, and I love Sami Zayn. I just don't think he's ready. So yeah, I'm really thinking about this one. Whose time is it? Part of me says, if I could, I mean, in a dream world, my answer is take Cesaro and give it to Cesaro. That's my answer for everything. It got me. That's a real good question. I don't know why I'm struggling with this so hard. AJ Styles or Nakamura? But the thing is, I want to save AJ Nakamura for WrestleMania. Like, that's my main event for... If I was booking, that would be my... Thank you for the thumbs up. That would be my main event for this year is AJ Styles and Nakamura. So, at some point in time, just know that one of those two is getting the belt. Okay. Is there ever a time to have a heel faction battling another heel faction in a losers leave the company match? Would that work to retool the disband the Bullet Club? I mean, the Shield had turned good when they went against the Wyatts, but I thought there was a period of time where they could have done a heel versus heel faction, and it would have worked. And the other thing is, if one of them leaves the company, that's not a bad way to disband it. So if you gotta disband them, that's actually fairly solid. I like that thinking. Would you be for or against Owens and Zayn winning tag team titles? I'm kind of against that because the tag division on SmackDown is pretty strong right now, and they got some good tag teams right now. You know, especially with what the New Day and the Usos were doing, it was great. So I don't want to see two single stars monopolizing, you know, the tag. I usually am against that. Like, you know, with Daniel Bryan came, well, people loved it, and it was entertaining. I didn't want to see them doing that. You know, Cesaro and Sheamus, I also don't want to see them doing that. So it's just the thing that I don't like when two singles guys get shoved together in tag team and they start winning tag titles. Like, what is that about? You know, Austin and Foley. I could go on and on. You know, I like real tag teams who are here because, you know, and I don't like splitting up tag teams. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a tag team. If you guys are tag teams for your entire career and you succeed and you do well, there's nothing wrong with it. There's no shame in that. And WWE should stop treating that like it's a bad thing. So yeah, I would kind of be against the two of them winning tag titles. And I know they've won tag team championships before. I know. I'm just talking about in their WWE main roster personas. Then even their NXT one, they have not been represented as a tag team. So going from that logic of who their characters are now and here, no, I don't want them to win tag team titles. That's just me. And I'm a big fan of both of them, to be clear. Yeah, Road Warriors, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. You know, so it's not a knock on the two of them. It's just give the opportunity to people who tag teams who need it, who deserve it, and put in the time in the tag team division. Sting and Luger. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Lex Luger fan now, so yeah, that's definitely not. Hey, Sean! I just when did you get here, buddy? And no, I'm not a fan of Sting and Luger winning the tag belts either. No, I know. I get it. About 2 minutes ago. All right, what's up, Sean? Sean's been on this podcast before, just so you know. We're still planning on trying to figure out we're also trying to figure out when Sean's coming back. Sean has life-changing events lately, so there you go. And I've been planning something for a while, but you guys will see that. Any early predictions for Rumble? No, but that does remind me, I should probably move on to the Royal Rumble, the TLC predictions for this upcoming Sunday, which I was going to give you the betting odds for, but I can't seem to find them. I'm sure I can, but I wasn't trying too hard to search for them either. But anyway, I'll just do this. So first thing, let's go with the pre-show match: Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox, singles match. I'm going to go out there and just say Sasha Banks. There is a chance that they're going to go out there and give Alicia Fox a win because they're seemingly like they're trying to push her and make it a little more relevant. But I feel you got to keep Sasha Banks sharp. You got to let her pick up this win. This match isn't for anything. Sasha Banks deserves to have a win. You know, you haven't really given her... You haven't been good to her lately, so I think Sasha needs this. I think any semblance of a pusher, giving Alicia Fox, or it's appearing, hey, thank you for the thumbs up, all of you, that it looks like they're giving Alicia is just to at least make it seem competitive for Sasha Banks. So that's my guess for a pre-show. All right, early prediction. Okay. If you ever find out who attacked Breezango, they should continue with the faction files. Yeah, I think they should too. Although, you know, they even alluded that they're losing steam on that one. Should the Singh brothers be getting a push towards tag titles. Now that I wouldn't mind too, but I want them to break up and go back to being the Bollywood Boys. The Bollywood Boys were fun. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. You guys are great, man. That's skyrocketing up there. Thank you. All right. Yeah. The thing is, the Bollywood Boys were fun. They were a happy tag team. You know, they were enjoyable. Now, I didn't realize this until we were doing one of these live streams that they're not really even a tag team. They're just managers. We were talking about this a little while ago, and I was like, that's impossible. They have matches all the wait, no, they don't. And then I realized they are just managers, and that depressed me. Yeah, so the Bollywood Boys totally want to see them become more of their own entity, but separate from gender. I want to see them as good guys, as Bollywood Boys, not the Singh brothers, and then I would love to see them go for the tag titles. Maurice with the what up, know-it-all? What up, Maurice? Maurice came up with the term know-it-alls for Dave Knows Wrestling Know-it-alls, and I cannot thank him enough for that, because that is awesome. So yeah, what up, know-it-alls? They're punching bags. I mean, they don't have to be, though, and they weren't. Like, they did well. Like, I liked them in the Cruiserweight tournament. Yes. Yes, Mike, absolutely. The Singh brothers are the new J&J Security. Absolutely. But I just think they could be more than that. And, like J&J Security, like, they were both great wrestlers, you know, but they were older, you know, they were retired, so fine. Or at least stepping back for whatever reason. Whether they could maintain the schedule or not, I don't know. But they were stepping back. The Singh brothers are up and coming. They're still in the prime. They're still in their prime as far as I know. So that's why I think it's kind of sad that they don't have the option. What song? Why did they add King to the mix? Why indeed? Why indeed? I don't really even know. When did the Hardys... when will we get Hardys versus the Usos? When Jeff is not hurt, and that's if they feel like keeping Matt and Jeff together. To make the Shield's chances go drastically down. And it seemed like it's an amazing comeback because they're going to over-push Roman again. Fox hasn't been pushed right much longer than Sasha. She was stuck with the temper tantrum gig. Give Fox a legit, no pun intended, push. I hear you is that Fox has put her time in. I hear you. I totally do. Jeff, yeah, oh yeah, Jeff is hurt. Swerve? Joey Mercury, the Barney Jannetty. You know, I have to admit, it does hurt. Like, it's accurate, and I know what people mean, but it's just, it's kind of like, imagine if you're Marty Jannetty, that your name has become a verb. That you're essentially the other guy from Wham. Anyone who's old enough to remember Wham. But yeah, Alicia Fox has put her time in, but the thing is, she's not over as much as Sasha Banks ever was. She never was, and you could say maybe that's management, you could say that's writing, but I think Sasha has something that Fox just doesn't. And because of that, you know, you go with what the people want, and the people want Sasha. And I think Sasha has that it factor more so than Alicia Fox ever did. But that's just my opinion. I really want to see AJ versus Finn, but now, and not done out of nowhere. Yeah, done right. No, I totally hear you on that. I could not agree more. Man, Bear, Pig. Singh brothers after Survivor Series, Brock is going to eat. Oh, there's a chance. Yeah, he might just sit down and carve them and eat them up. Because Brock Lesnar probably eats their body weight every day. Yeah, make it big. Okay. It should be Joe, Braun, and Miz versus The Shield. Interesting. And that's the other thing. I heard that Joe is actually cleared to wrestle, so it's even more surprising that he wasn't brought in, and instead they brought in the politician Kane. Marty Jannetty and Joey, and yeah, poor other guy from Wham. They have screwed Bailey up so bad. Yes, they did. Okay, good to see Dave rocking the Slav look. What? That's not what... I don't think track suits are ethnic, and I wear them because they're comfortable, and I'm here all day. Ray is out with that sickness. Yeah, he is. Okay, so back to the pay-per-view predictions. Let me go back to that. Okay, next I'm just going to go to the... keeping with this, I'm going to go to the Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James Championship match. The hype from this is a little bit better than I was expecting because, you know, Mickie James and Alexa Bliss, I feel that the time for this match had kind of come and gone, but they're trying to bring it back, so okay, and, you know, it's taking pot shots at her age and stuff like that, so it's interesting. So I think that's... I think, hey, thank you for the thumbs up. You know, those cheap shots like that, you know, at first I was like, should you be doing that kind of thing, talking about, you know, her woman's age, but, you know, it's 2017. Now it's a time where, you know, if it's good for the goose, good for the gander kind of thing, and you have male wrestlers talking about age all the time, so saying that old man can't beat me, I'm young. So, okay, fine. If that's the case, I guess it's okay for them to do that too. So they're trying. So in that case, they're hyping it better than I thought. But still, that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. I think Alexa Bliss is just waiting, is just holding the belt till Asuka gets there. So I think Alexa Bliss is going to win, and this is just another, here you go, belt. Here you go, easy match. Easy win for Alexa until Asuka gets there. I agree. I don't see the value in the age-related cheap shots. I hear you. Okay, Sean. No, I hear you. I don't see the value in it, but it's old school, and it's just, this is a simple throwaway feud. So I think it's, an easy angle to get. Yeah, it doesn't make Alexa look better, but it's something that other people have done. Like, people have, Brian Kendrick's age was a factor for some reason, even though he's not that old. It's just something that, wrestlers do I'll give you that. It doesn't have a lot of value in it, but still, Bliss might win. Like I said, I'm just going to say Bliss is straight up winning. Age has become the next Mickie James. Yeah, that's a good point too. That's another awful thing that they've done to Mickie James, and she's just tolerated it and persevered through it. If she wins, she'd be an old lady. If she loses, yeah, okay, I feel you on that. And Sean's big on, hey Julia. Yeah. What do you actually? Yeah, let me know later what you're doing later, because after I get out of here, I have no direct plans. But yeah, okay, so Sean's point is, and he's a big proponent about this, is there's only so much smack you should talk to your opponent, because if you go too far with it and say they're nothing, well, winning, you have nothing to gain from it, because if you beat them, then so what? And if you lose to them, well, that makes you look terrible. So, Sean's a big proponent of like the old school philosophy that you don't verbally bury your opponent too much. But the thing for me is, fine, you're right. This isn't going to add any credence by, beating a quote-unquote, old elderly lady. But I don't think this match is made for that. Should it be? Should every match matter? Should every championship match matter? Yes. But clearly this doesn't. And so to me, it's par for the course. It adds to what they're already doing with it. I hear you. Is anyone else having connection issues? I hope not. Because I thought I just got past that. Things have zero value, yes. And all I'm saying is that it's adding to the idea that they're at least, the Mickie James thing is uncomfortable, but it's at least they're trying to do something a little more to the level of what, okay, is everyone all right? Because I'm also watching it too, and it seems okay to me, so yeah, I definitely want to know these things. But I feel you. Yeah, is it all right now? Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. Thank you for the thumbs up. Hopefully everything's clear. I'm good on my end. It hasn't been telling me I'm not. Okay, Sean's point reminds me of an expert Y2J's book that I read. I'm too lazy to write. Lagging and occasional jumps. Ooh, sorry about that. I think we're okay. The Wi-Fi in here is really weird sometimes. I can never figure crappy picture, but I hear you. Okay, well, that's good. At least, or better. It's okay now. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so let's move on to the next match. I'm going to keep it going. Asuka versus Emma. All right, so I'm going to keep it. Stop. Stop what? Are you going to Rome, Philly? I want to. Do you like dogs? Okay. Oh, you're going to timeout. Okay, okay, so Asuka versus Emma. I think this is clear cut and dry. Emma has no. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. I think this is going to be a clear cut and dry case. Emma is not going to win. They did a decent enough job pushing. Emma got to win just for the honor of going as Asuka. Good for you, Emma. You got to win, and not even by accident this time. All right, awesome, but no chance, none whatsoever. Tiny, adorable killing machine, FTW. Okay, so there you go on that one. Next, Kalisto versus Enzo. Actually, let me go to Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann versus Brian Kendrick and Gentleman Jack Gallagher. So it's kind of interesting to me that they're giving, another tag team match, another cruiserweight match, and that match, if it's not on the pre-show, I'll be very surprised. But in this case, I feel you got to give this match to Kendrick and Gentleman Jack. Like, I think they got to take it down. And to be clear, I'm a big Cedric fan, but I think Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher need it more than Cedric do. I think Cedric needs to have a one-on-one triumph and has that happen later on. That's my point. Okay, will they be doing 2 rings for the War Games match? Yes, I believe so. And I believe that's one of the reasons why WWE has been hesitant to do War Games since, but it seems like Triple H managed to bring that home. Okay, now my stream works. Okay, good. I'm glad. If Emma wins, they'll be by count. No, I don't. No, to me, there's no chance. I mean, okay, maybe, yeah, maybe, but I think there's no chance. Emma, no chance. She's gonna get demolished. Filler match. Get your. With the network, do we even need to do that anymore? Thank you for responding, Michael Child. Did you? Sorry. Okay, well, okay, we're good. Thank you. No problem. No pre-show. Hello, no pre-show. All right, let's go to Kalisto and Enzo Amore. Now, the rumors are circling Enzo is just going to win it back. Why? Why'd he lose it? Well, because they had nothing else to do. They don't know what they're doing. And clearly this is just a quick response for what happened with Neville. So they're just, making it up as they go along. I don't want Enzo to win back. And here's the other conflicting thing, is the fact that they keep saying that Enzo's not popular backstage, there's heat on him and all that. So if that's the case, why give it back? But at the same hand, it's something dumb enough that I could see them doing. That's good, because if Asuka loses, mistake, Enzo's going to win by cheating. It's what he'll do. Yeah, and with his new clique that he somehow developed, even though the Cruiserweight faction hated him like a minute ago, but now he's got a couple friends. And because the thing I want at this point is when Kaz gets better, and it's going to be a while, but when Kaz gets better, I want Kaz to come in and just start helping Enzo out as a heel, and they just get back together, but they're both bad guys. That's kind of what I want. Kalisto is going to do good lucha things. Well, yeah, I like Kalisto too. That's not what I was saying. We need the PowerPoint presentation. I've been told they don't care about the belt. Well, I believe that. I believe that they don't. But when they did the Adrian Neville Enzo double turn, it seemed like they were giving it a good, earnest try for a change, which was pleasantly surprising. But if I got to pick right now, I don't really know. See, these are the hardest matches for me to predict, only because no one cares about them, so they could do anything. I'm going to say Enzo wins it back by cheating. I think you're right. I think that's a very good way to put it. I think that's the easiest way to solution on that one. So I'm just going to say Enzo. I'm really close to that one. Okay, so headline. Meningitis took down more people than Goldberg. like it's the Vince Russo booking in the Cruiserweight division. Yep, that's not a bad comparison. Dave should have the Kalisto's promo after a draft last year. I almost want to do my own draft. I don't think what people think of him backstage has to do with how they book him. We get people hearing about those opinions. No, I mean, yeah, okay, look, backstage heat and booking can be, sometimes it has nothing to do with it, but sometimes it does, is my point. And it's just, my thing is, and so I hear your point, because there are people who are disliked backstage who still manage to get pushed. It happens all the time. But I'm just saying, when his character is built around this philosophy that people hate him, and maybe this is just kayfabe, maybe it's all a work, and maybe they're just doing this to get to us. Possibly. I'm just saying, I think Enzo's time in the company is short. I don't think he's going to be around much longer, if these reports are true. And as such, I don't think they're going to prep him for a title run. I don't think they're going to prep him for anything, because they're just kind of hoping that his merchandise fizzles out and then he can go away. But as long as he's generating money, they're going to keep him around. But as soon as that merchandise money dries up, he's out. And with him turning heel and all this stuff, it seems like that's more likely. Because his heel turn is but that's what I think happened. They could push Enzo and Cass as a big heel tag champs. Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, that's what I want. I don't know that'll happen. It's just what I want. I want Enzo and Cass back together and as bad guys. I think that'd be cool. Hi, Dave. Wrestling with Regret brought me here. I am glad, Torex. Thank you for coming here. Glad that you like Brian and Wrestling with Regret. Great show, and it was a lot of fun being there. From what I hear, there's Vince guys, Triple H guys, and New Day guys. Interesting. Big Cass can play a new fake Diesel. Oh, he got hurt pretty quickly. And so it always looks like he needs a shower. I can see that. Signature VWS. to go against Kalisto. Interesting. The Shield is going to win out of nowhere, he says. Okay, let's see who else we got. Okay, so let's move on with the next thing. The Demon versus AJ Styles now. The Demon versus AJ Styles. With AJ coming in for the substitution, which I also want to see how they justify this Raw SmackDown thing, brand split. I kind of think, since AJ's coming in, I kind of think AJ gets the win on this one, especially since he got punked out by Baron Corbin. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Since he got punked out by Baron Corbin, I kind of think AJ kind of gets this one. It's a tight one, and it's a hodgepodge, so it's hard to figure this out, but that's almost going to be, so it's, since they just did it at the last minute, it's going to be hard to figure out. But I think AJ gets the win on this. What do you guys think? Who are you guys saying for this? Sin Cara for the U.S. champ. Anyone at this point? You saw the honest promos. He's still a SmackDown guy? Yeah, but I just want to know how they're going to justify him coming over. And plus, what, the end? Nobody else on Raw? Already Cass will have some personality if he doesn't, except Enzo. Since apparently this is ask you weird random questions that have nothing to do with the topic of the day. Who's your favorite? Darren on Which? Gotta go with the OG Darren. You know, that's who I think of. Bullet Club at TLC. He is still a SmackDown guy. Like I said, I think AJ's still a SmackDown guy. I'm not sure. I just need to just get you know, I think I'm going to find out when you guys do. Unless WWE gives some new update. Okay. And I think that's everything. And what's also disappointing to me is that Cruiserweight title and the Women's title is the only two belts that are on the line. No IC, no tag, no Universal, clearly. So I think this is also a weird pay-per-view to be doing this in, because there's a huge lack of belts on the line. So you tied up your IC champ and your tag champs in one match, and the belts aren't going to go anywhere. So who do you see winning this Sunday? And so finally, hey John, SmackDown Live is still the house that AJ Styles built. Face that runs the place. And Enzo's like a puppy. Kids love him, but adults will put him outside. Look what he did. Wow, that's harsh, but I like it. Anyone but Baron Corbin. Okay, so all right, so the main event, this ridiculous, overbloated main event that I'm really worried about what it's going to do to Braun. And with Kurt Angle subbing for Roman Reigns, that does change things. So if Roman Reigns is not going to be in the show and Kurt Angle's taking over, that does slow the possibility that maybe the Shield doesn't win. But I think the Shield has to win. I think that's just how they're going to book them. I can't see the Shield debuting and it not working out, unless they decide to break them up this quickly and they don't win. And then Dean turns on Reigns, turns on Rollins, and then it's the breakup, and then they go and do their separate things. Unless they start doing it that quickly, I think this is an easy pick, and so I think Shield just has to win. So I wouldn't set the match up this way, but you have to put the Shield over. It's just how things go. Or you could TLC could be Reigns. For 3 hours and we'd still watch. The belts are treated like nothing more than props. Yeah, and the thing is, but every once in a while, like they pick up again and they start treating them with respect, and then they go away, and it's just so hard to figure out what they're gonna do. Okay, so yeah, those are my predictions. Okay, because of the connection earlier, I wasn't sure if you touched on loaded final episode tonight to be Defiant. To become Defiant Wrestling, and whether it has to do with what culture approach. I'm definitely sure it has to do with the what culture departures. I mean, like, not only were they big parts of what culture, but they were also a big part of the pro wrestling aspect. And my question is, when it comes to the minds behind what culture, now I don't know, but I'm not sure how much, without those five, how engrossed they are with the product, how much they, want to be a part of WCPW, what they're going to do. So, everything's up in the air right now. So I'm sure it has to do, and it has a big part to do with why they're changing things up. I mean, we know Simon Miller likes wrestling, but just saying that. Yeah. And Orders of Legends, I had SummerSlam a few years back. Oh, don't say things like that. I'm more surprised about the how this exposes Kurt Angle, because they were just saying, he hasn't taken any tests or whatever. So did they do that on the fly? The physical, is it just that easy of a process? Because they make it seem like a long drawn out process. So if you could just clear Kurt Angle like that, well, that kind of changes how it's been portrayed. Now they've never said how long. That's how it's always come across. As Roman now and again, maybe meningitis. I can see Cena and Reigns being champs next year. Interesting. Let's hope Braun doesn't kill Kurt. Let's hope so too. Yeah, and so okay, so now Royal Rumble predictions, Philadelphia. Now this better not happen because I do want to go to the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia. I love the Royal Rumble. It's my favorite pay-per-view, and Philly is a city I love. If I go and I have to watch Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble there twice, my head might explode. Because that's the only Royal Rumble I've ever seen live. So if I go to both of them and both of them is Roman Reigns, I might not be able to sleep ever again. Will you ever do a history of ring rust, aka people with long sabbaticals from the ring? Oh, the Hideo Itami show. That's a good idea. I'll have to mark that one down. What's your honest opinion on Braun Strowman? I love Braun Strowman. I think he's great. I think his time is now. I think they're missing the belt by not putting the belt on him. I think he's like the most over guy in the company, and they're still kind of playing him heelish. I think you got to make him a good guy, and I think you got to put the belt on him. I think he deserves it. I think he's earned it, and with his drawing power, make it happen. And I think they're just perpetually missing the boat on him. Roman Reigns will hold every belt at once in my nightmares, possibly in reality. You can see Cena being champion. You're breaking kayfabe. The whole point is that you can't see him. That's pretty good. Upon return to WWE, Kurt went through self-test. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they did say that, but then they weren't clear on it, and he was going, in denial. I know that was probably meant for a swerve, but still, it's just very weird. If Kurt is getting cleared, imagine how D. Bryan feels. Oh man, yeah. How does D. Bryan feel? What about D. Bryan? Good point. Very good point. Okay, so, all right, guys. Thank you for all the thumbs up, everyone. Thank you for coming out to see the show. Glad that everyone liked me on Wrestling with Regret. Glad to see a lot of new faces here. Brian's going to walk out next. Yep, probably. But he's got that money. He's got a baby. He's got that money that he needs to make for his new baby. So he might not walk out. He might just continue to pick up the checks for next year. Somewhere out there felt like a disturbance in the force. Yeah. Okay. Roman is out to something definite. Just a few years back. It was a rumor. The Justin Bieber thing. Okay, so with the connection being spotty for some people, it's been a weird day for the show. But thank you for watching the Wrestling with Regret. And if you haven't seen it, check out Wrestling with Regret because I make a guest appearance on it. And thank you for coming out. Thank you for being everyone joining me here today. I appreciate all you guys, and I appreciate all my loyal know-it-alls. Thank you for coming back, and thank you for being a part of this. I'm so glad that you were here. And really great. And thank you for all the success. Thank you for the congratulations on 6K. Thank you for all the thumbs up. All of you guys. You guys are great. So I'm going to tune out, and I'll catch you next time. And as always, this has been Dave Knows.